Internet. It's Friday, June 7th, 2013. I'm Dave Morris. Who's ready for the weekend? This guy. But first, it's the play. We take a look at some of the stories that'll be in tomorrow's editions of the Oklahoman. Among the stories in tomorrow's editions, potential financial problems at Redlands Community College. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol is extending its application period, and we'll take a look at a disaster relief network. Here to tell us more about those stories, Nick Tragakis from the Oklahoma's newsroom. Thanks so much for joining us.
Sure thing.
More than 70 Oklahoma churches are joining together to form this disaster relief network. What do we know about this?
Well, we saw in the response to the May 19th and 20 and 31st storms that church groups were some of the biggest groups to come out and really respond and offer aid. But what the people involved found was that it was really a fractured kind of deal. You had different church groups trying to do the same thing, and there wasn't a lot of coordination there. So they're taking the lead of a group down in the Austin, Texas area that formed an alliance of churches, dozens of churches that come together, and so there's more coordination when these type of disaster events occur. What they're doing is getting some training from the Texas group, and they hope to be able to implement that same kind of thing here in Oklahoma the next time that it's needed.
So some best practices learned from down in Austin, communication here in Oklahoma City.
Sure.
All right, that's a story being worked on by our Carla Hinton. Meanwhile, Leanne Manwarn is working on the following story. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol is extending its application period for its 62nd Academy, and what's the reasoning behind this extension?
They don't have enough recruits, really. The numbers in the patrol have been dwindling a little bit. We know that in our coverage of the legislature, trooper pay has been a big issue, and there's fears that there's not enough people coming into the service to really staff it up the way that it needs to. Right now, they don't feel like they have enough recruits. They've extended their deadline. They hope to boost up the numbers and have those, highways and every other duty that the troop has to cover fully covered.
And one other story we're working on is by Silas Allen. A new audit reveals financial problems at Redlands Community College. And Nick, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is a story that we're just learning about. We received this audit here really in the past hour, and we're kind of digging into it to find out what's going on. What it looks like is that Redlands had potentially written a bunch of checks for which they didn't really have money to cover the cost of the checks. It seems like the problem may be a huge amount of unpaid tuition bills, somewhere in the upward neighborhood of $1 million that the school is without. And so we're digging into that, and hopefully we'll be able to round out the whole story for Saturday's Oklahoma and, of course, on News OK.
Well, sounds like an interesting read. Nick, thanks for your time. Have a good weekend.
You too.
And again, these stories can be found in the Saturday edition of the Oklahoman and online at newsok.com. Have a great weekend, everybody.